over at Ferg Sports Bar. I learned, like, not to get too many food trucks, not to make a VIP where the mug that you can, that's bottomless for drafts. So, but that was a nightmare, an all-day thing. It went off. It was successful, but I was going from one fire to put one fire out and getting distracted by another fire to put out, and it was quite stressful.
And I got to tell you, like, we put on a few shows, and I get so stressed out. Like, you know what I mean? That's the one time in my life ever that I literally get stressed. Like, I don't stress about shit. I stress then. For some reason, I feel like I have not only the venue, the talent, but the patrons. You have to consider all of those things at once.
You can't put it all on yourself. You got to have a sort of a team, having and delegate or whatever you got to do. And the bands do some of the things. Put the venue, in charge of certain things. You can't try to do it all yourself, or you will stress.
That's why I'm not a promoter, John, because I couldn't do it. Like I have a hard time with it. Like, if I decide if I ask you to come do this, I feel that I should be taking care of things while that happens.
You got to have an attitude. It's like if I say that it's going to start at 8:00, I don't really care if it starts at 8:00. If I'd rather you get a really good sound. I'd rather the band get a really good sound check and sound good, and start at 8:15 or 8:30 even, and wait for a crowd to even come. If 8:00 comes around and all your people aren't there yet, we'll wait a little while. I don't like putting artificial time restraints on things that just makes everything more stressful.
No, understood. But, we did a benefit show out at Quaker Steak and Lube, and they're disbanded now, but Trigger City Trio was one. Coming Home, the band took their place. As, you know what I mean? Well, they did the show for us. Well, I've heard these guys a million times. Like, they were I stalked them. You know what I mean? I've heard them in every venue, every situation. Sound great. We're out there, and shit's screwed up. Well, the sound guy's going, he's doing this. I go up to him, no, dude. And I trust him because I've heard him a million times. First time I've ever worked with you. Well, the dude didn't set the PA right. Right. The lead singer blew his voice. They couldn't do any of their originals. They had to do like blues covers the whole. He literally asked me, "What do you want me to play?" I said, "One of your songs." I can't because he blew his voice out, and they had to cancel the next week's show because of it. You know what I mean? So, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, that type of thing, it's like everything working together is important. And you can't have one person blaming another person, but you're the one responsible for that. So that's not about start times. That's about the functionality of the actual show and the responsibility of maintaining the people that are doing this shit for you. You know what I mean? So that's a big responsibility.
Yeah, there's a lot of different factors involved like that. I would say at the Blue Note has a great sound there, and he always has a good sound guy. And a sound check is really important for a band. There's a lot of bands that want to just blast, and the stage volume's too loud for the PA to bring the mic up. The vocals will get drowned out, and I've had to slow down and create that communication gap to make sure before we even start that it sounds good out here and it sounds good going back on the stage.
And I think the mobile sound stations have changed a lot of things.
Oh yeah.
Like, those have really made a big difference in this industry. You know what I mean? But yeah, like you say, and the Blue Note, to your point about the good sound and all that, like Amberly, after we had the meeting out in St. Pete, reached out and says, "Look, everyone loves your place, but we need PAs. You bought PAs."
Yeah.
So Steve, to that nature, we love Blue Note. We would like to start getting more people to the Blue Note. There's not enough people on a regular basis going there. I would like to start helping you do that with Steve, because two of the best people, venue promoters, that actually give a shit. That dude went out. He's like, done. All we said was we need PAs. Done. People don't do that shit, dude.
It's growing, and he's talking to them too about setting it up in that front area now, where to get a PA that can go out there, put a window in where the PA guy is, he can just turn around, and we can do two stages, one outside, one inside.
That'd be cool.
I like that. That is actually badass, because that's a nice little area they have out there, the yard out there, the Blue Note. Where's the Blue Note?
That's on Nebraska. I can tell you the address.
I shouldn't ask that. You just turned everybody out.
Yeah.
Tampa. But
Dude, he's made that place very nice. The
Yeah.
back deck is fucking beautiful. Have you been there since the back deck was up? Dude, he put
No.
up the whole back deck, that whole
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
area that was grass
I was
is all
at the
deck
420
now.
deal.
It's fucking
and he
badass.
has a little window you can open.
This
so
guy's
you
trying,
can,
man.
Yeah.
He needs a few more businesses to start growing up around there. I think that's the one thing that's
It
hurting
is.
him.
It's kind of abandoned, but that's a good and a bad thing.
But
too.
there's a really good restaurant down the street that's going to be opening soon that they've been promoting for about 6 months now. I think that kind of thing is going to really help
Yeah.
the area.
Yeah.
But
he's-
Seminole Heights is outgrowing itself.
Right.
So these things are going to, just like out in Wesley Chapel, I mean, these things are going to start pushing
Right.
forward.
And as I was speaking before we started, that I noticed like a lot of good. Nebraska may have a bad rep, but right down this side of it, from the Ybor outskirts and everything, lots of great music venues.
Correct.
From Ella's, several others up and down. It's kind of like a street with great original music
Correct.
venues all the way
Red
up and
Star,
down.
like you
yeah,
said, right up-
Red
right-
Star.
So, listen, guys, I appreciate you coming in. What we're going to do now is we'll start with you. Reiterate what you're doing this weekend, and where you're doing it, and what it is.
Open mic night, Saturday, 6 p.m. at the Blue Note in Tampa, off Nebraska. We have open spots, so come out, express yourself.
Express yourself.
Let it out.
Now, open mic, is that music, comedy,
Yeah,
everything?
He said everyone's welcome. So, yeah.
So it's open.
Okay.
I invited comedians, too, because I figured that might be fun. Just
Right.
whatever.
That's awesome.
See
Good
what
for you.
happens. I mean, if you put it out there, like what he was saying, it's if you appreciation over expectations.
Right.
Enjoy the moment of now. I used to work in corporate America, and I was a coordinator. So I worked with physicians. Trying to please physicians and musicians is probably pretty close to the same thing.
And a tongue twister. So that's great. I mean, that's awesome. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah.
Seriously, I couldn't do it. So I'm proud of you, and I really hope it goes well. Good luck. Share the link with
Okay.
us.
All right.
All right, share the link with us, and he won't do shit. Share the link with us, and I'll
let
have
you
people
share the
share
link
it.
with us.
I'll do the best I can for you. And John, talk to us.
So this Friday night at the Blue Note, we've got the Hardcore Punk Fights Suicide. Half of the proceeds are going to go to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, the Tampa Bay chapter. We've got the Black Clash, Jolly Fuckers, Vomit Sawdust, Heavy Hitter. They're the out of town band, and Human Error.
I love the way he looks at me and smiles when you read some of them because he's just waiting.
Vomit Sawdust has the best band name in Tampa. I've actually anywhere I've ever
Reminds
heard
me
of.
of
That's fucking
kindergarten when
great.
I threw up on the floor
Yeah.
and the custodian came in.
it's got that nostalgic,
Takes you back.
That's exactly it.
and you won't forget their name.
John, where else do you do shows at? What other venues?
I do a few at Hooch and Hive, and then my St. Pete one is that I've been doing is
Iberian
the
Rooster.
Iberian Rooster.
Both great places. Iberian Rooster is, dude, I love that place.
burger was amazing.
Yeah, your
Oh
birthday
my
open
gosh.
mic was awesome.
Dude, Iberian Rooster is a great place. I love the whole
The
type of atmosphere they got
downstairs,
going
kinda
on.
step away, yeah.
Yeah.
Hooch and Hive was awesome.
Oh, that was
That's the
fun.
first time I've been there. The other, what was
Their
last week,
wings
week
were
before.
amazing.
Dude, that place, I love the setup. The way it's set up where everyone can hear it because it's a wide open bar inside and out.
Mm-hmm.
So you have, dude, 3 great venues. Good job.
And that on Friday it starts around 8.
Around 8 on Friday.
And I guess I'll throw out there too that the following Saturday, next Saturday, we have the punk rock pasta party where there's rumors that there's going to be some spaghetti wrestling going
I got
on.
kicked off of Facebook for making a
it?
comment about the spaghetti wrestling.
It would
Go
have
ahead,
a
more. What's
kiddie pool full of noodles
Yeah.
that we're going to have some. Well, I think Heather V's volunteered
Yeah.
to be one of the wrestlers.
Yeah.
So.
So she was doing her smack talking. I was like,
I
Heather,
tape
make
it
it
under, can
someone
I
you
get in?
love.
I mean,
I know somebody
got
posted,
gorilla
I
tape.
identify as a woman.
Don't judge me. So also you already do share it with me, so I ain't even got to tell you. So tonight when I get home, I will push both of those as much as I can, and like you say, I will privately get them to some people to try to get it spread out further. I promise you for both of those shows. I apologize I won't be able to be at yours because
That's
we're going to the Murder
okay.
the Crow show out at Cage Brewery.
Oh yeah, I was originally going to go to.
But then you had better
Verona,
things to
and
do,
then I was
so-
like, so I'm doing this. instead.
Cage is nice too.
I like that
Put a
venue,
few
dude.
shows on there.
Jeremy Gomez popped in. What's up, homie? Brian Moore, thank you for coming in. All you guys, thank you for listening to us tonight. Mike,
Yep.
when are you going to get a real host?
I'm kind of good where I am. He doesn't make me do too much.
I have to work a lot. Dude, seriously, great job on the harmonica.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Yep.
And thank you more than I can tell you for being a part of my show.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that you let me be a part of it.
Aw, look at all that.
Glad
love
you
right
let me be a
there.
part of it too.
Yes, all the way
Like,
around.
here's about you guys. This is our thing.
Did you do that on purpose?
I think I fucked up, and I admitted it.
You're supposed to be mean.
dick.
Better. All right, spiritual dick pics. Next.
All right. So we have the schedule coming up August. I'm excited about this. You mentioned one of their jokes. Coming up the 29th, Katie, Natasha, and Marie. Is that Marie
Girls'
Williams?
Night. We have Girls' Night. 3 female comedians in the area that are phenomenal. I don't think the female comedians get enough attention or appreciation.
All 3 have been here before.
There are a bunch of great ones out there. I'm like, they've all been in. Bring them in together. Let's have a
Sweet.
Girls' Night in here.
And
Pillow fights.
Can't wait.
Pillow fights. No, just kidding.
It's all right.
The week before that, Amanda Wilson, the 22nd.
Woo!
Rude
I love
Dingo next week. Rude Dingo. R-U-D-E.
Rude Dingo.
Rude Dingo. Real
We haven't
band
even
name
talked
or
about
fake
them yet,
band
have
name?
we?
Did you
I have
say
no
bingo?
idea.
Rude Dingo.
Rude
play bingo.
Dingo. Plays
Dude.
bingo?
I went to see Jetter at Orpheum and accidentally saw these guys after Jetter got off and went, that's awesome. So then, hey guys. And then
You wanna
now
come
they're
to
coming in. That's how this shit works.
All right,
So-
anything else for us? What do we got here?
Amanda, what do you think of Mike? I like him. She just likes you. That's like maybe part of yes, no, or maybe.
I'll take it.
All right, is that it? Are we done? Can
That's
we go?
it. We're
Can
done.
we go home? I want to go home.
Get the hell
I want to
out.
go lay down and
You-
watch
you
Dick
can
Pics
leave.
in the Stars.
Lionsgate.
What happened there? Oh,
Have fun at the beach.
I know.
Have fun at home.
Yeah.
with the kids.
We got to go to Publix first. What you
Pick
want?
up the milk.
Get yourself. Are you
I
a
just got the text.
Are you a public sub
I'm
guy?
afraid of commitment.
Do you like the public subs? Who here likes public subs?
I
Yes.
used to.
Yeah.
Are we getting paid to plug them?
No.
Okay.
I hate them. Fuck them.
I've never gotten paid to plug
This
things
show
I
in.
know.
was sponsored
Kidding.
by.
There is no
Publix.
money on this show ever.
Yeah, just boar's head. All right, we got to go.
Bye.
We don't have to go?
Bye.
We're leaving?
Bye.
Bye!
Bye.
She always goes right to sleep only when I get mad, like putting up with her's the best I'll ever have. She's just hypocritical and insecure, but there's just something about the woman that keeps me coming back to her. So I take a deep breath and I try to relax. We won't go too quick, we'll take little baby steps. So hush now, don't say a single word, you gonna screw this up. It's like I knew you could, 'cause you've got me under this spell. But I'm gonna break it, my own personal roller coaster ride through hell, and I'm not gonna make it. Ooh, 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 ooh.